is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the OG Mr. Grimm, back in the house, and today I have another video for you guys. This month's Geekbox arrived just yesterday. It was for the month of November 17th, but I don't know what's going on with a lot of the loot crates and the geek boxes. Lootware and lootcrate.com ended up sending a bunch of emails to a bunch of people saying that their stuff was a little bit late. I'm guessing it's a little bit because of the holiday season, maybe, but the Geekbox is the same thing. For all of you guys who don't know what Geekbox is, Geekbox is pretty much, I believe they have one here in the United States and they have one in the United Kingdom. This one says that it's shipping out of New Jersey, but the Geekbox is pretty much a loot crate, but Geekbox works more with Funko Pop vinyls and stuff like that. If you go on their website, Mygeekbox or Geekbox.com, you'll see that they have a place where you could actually get subscriptions, and there's also a place where you could just buy Funko Pop vinyls, and they literally get the newest releases and the newest editions of the Funko Pops. There's a bunch you could pre-order. They're making a bunch for the new movie, for new movies. They have the new what is it, the Civil War, I think it is, Funko Pops coming out. They have a bunch of brand new lines of different Funko Pops, and you can pre-order them before they actually start manufacturing or making them or whatever. They have pictures of them and stuff like that, and you can be purchasing them as you go. Don't quote me on the Civil War thing. I believe it was a Civil War that I saw, but I'm not sure. Still, my Geekbox just showed up, and this is for the month of November. They sent out a bunch of emails stating that they were going to be a little late for the month of November, so I'm actually getting this somewhere around the mid-half of December. But they also sent an email to me giving me a free code for a $10 gift certificate or promo code, coupon code for a free Funko Pop, and I already redeemed it. It's going to be a Batman, a half Batman. It's from Batman the Animated Series. It's the robot Batman, where he comes either with the robot face or the half robot Batman face. That's the one my son chose. He thought that was the cool one, so I went ahead and purchased that one. It was a $10 pop, but I paid for the shipping. Again, I want to excuse myself for my camera. It's been lagging a lot lately. I think I need a new computer. But I'm hoping it doesn't get in the way of the video, because it is kind of lagging. I can see the lag from here. But I'm going to go ahead and unbox this thing, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it for the quality of the video and not the quality of the video. Anyways, here we go. So I have my Geekbox here. Like I said, they usually specialize in Funko Pops and stuff like that. I believe the subscription is somewhere between $17.99 and $19.99. I got a promo code for it, so I was able to get it a little bit cheaper, but you really got to pay attention to when those promo codes are available. I pay somewhere around $14 with the shipping every month included. It's a 12-month subscription, and I've been getting it for the past maybe 3 or 4 months. This is my first Geekbox unboxing, though. The Mygeekboxes that I've received, I've gotten some pretty cool stuff. There was a few Funkos in there, including Aquaman and some other pretty cool Funko Pops that we ended up unboxing from the Geekbox. I'm not sure exactly what's going to be in this one, but I guess we'll find out together. I had a butter knife right here. Okay. So let's get to this. Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna save this one. It is I'm pretty sure it's a poster. It's a tube. It's got the pops. I might as well open it now. I'll go ahead and show you guys what it is. Let's put that down right there. And this is, oh, that is cool. My kids are gonna love this one. This is a Welcome to Nuketown Population Zero poster. I believe this is for the Call of Duty franchise. The Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 multiplayer maps include the Nuketown maps, and I'm pretty sure this is a reference to that. It doesn't have any Call of Duty logo on it, but as far as I know, that's the only thing that would have Nuketown on it. That is pretty cool though. I am gonna frame this because that is pretty wet. It is a Welcome to Nuketown Population Zero with a nuke going off in the back. And I am almost 100% positive. I will look it up later. But I am almost 100% positive that that is a reference to the Call of Duty franchise, because Nuketown isn't really a thing. I mean, a nuclear, I think they pretty much, I'm pretty sure it's that. I mean, it could be something else, but that was pretty wet. That was pretty cool. This is gonna get framed up and put on one of my walls. I am totally gonna get a measured frame and stick that somewhere on my walls. I am gonna grab the first thing I see. I see a couple cool things from here, but this is the closest to me, and this is the t-shirt. Every Geekbox, just like Loot Crate, comes with the t-shirt. This is a men's medium because my kids actually wear size medium. They're both able to fit in size medium, so I get them both for the medium, and then they pick out which one they prefer. If the shirt goes one way or the other, because I don't want two of everything that I order in my house. And this One Night Only Critical Hits Ambient Synth Wave with, I believe that's the Dungeons and Dragons dice, because this says Hawkins High School, 27th of October 1983. And I know for a fact that it's from Stranger Things because it says tickets available to the Upside Down. Is that not wet? Hawkins High School, which is where the school, the setting for Stranger Things. It's a Hawkins High School. I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe this is the dice that they probably used in the Dungeons and Dragons game, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% on that. I believe that would be the only reference to that, because if you guys do watch Stranger Things, you would know that a lot of the references that they get for the movie, including what's it called? The shoot. Let me think. It's been a while since I binged it, so what they call that one? Oh my gosh, my references are off right now. Yeah, my references are way off right now. I do believe they have nicknames for, oh my gosh, why am I not thinking that well right now? I just cannot think right now. One Night Only Critical Hits. That is pretty cool. That is wet though. That is from Stranger Things. If my mind's in the gutter right now. Not in the gutter right now, but my mind's up in space right now. This t-shirt's wet. This is this is gonna be one of the ones that my kids actually wear. I'm sure of it. But they have references. They have this little book Dustin in the show has this little book where he writes down certain things about certain characters within Stranger Things. I mean, the Dungeons and Dragons games that they use to reference what's actually going on in the real world. And I can't think of the actual name right now, but I know that they are using certain references from the game and able to basically analyze what's going on in the real world with the Upside Down and the characters and how they're evil and nicknames they give them and how everything works. And because of the game, they're able to figure some stuff out. I just cannot think of the references to the point right now, but if it comes to me, I'll let you know. Still, that's pretty cool. Call of Duty poster, any poster is worth anything in any Loot Crate box because it's Call of Duty. And to me, a Stranger Things Hawkins High School t-shirt is that much even better. I'm going to grab the next thing here. And this is pretty cool. We're not big on Dorbs in this house. If you see behind me, we got everything from mystery minis to Minecraft, Loot Crate boxes, and Funko Pops. One thing we almost never collect are Dorbs. Although my son has been itching to want to collect the series of Dorbs rides, which I believe start off with like I'm not sure if it's the 1963 Batman Batmobile or a later edition of it, but the number one he wants to start off with. He has a couple there, but this is going to be our first Dorbs action figure. I think we have a couple mini Dorbs, but this is going to be our first actual Dorbs. And who knows, this might get us started on wanting more. But like I said, my kids are more into the Funko Pops right now than they are the Dorbs. Still, this is the Riddler. It is pretty cool. I don't open my toys. My kids don't like to either. They've gotten to an age where they don't play with them anymore. One of them is 14, the other one's gonna be 16 now. So they've left that whole wanting to take a toy apart and destroy it or slap a G.I. Joe in the face, and they've kind of left that age range and are more into the age range where they want to put it up on a shelf and just show it off. So I know this guy for a fact is not going to get opened. This is pretty cool because in the series of Dorbs, I'm guessing, it says Series 1, which I hope is a good thing. It's number 33 in the series. And there is a list that go all the way from Batman, Robin, Batwoman, Joker, Harley, Penguin, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, Riddler, the Scarecrow. That is Killer Croc. And another Batman, which I believe is the black and white Batman. So they got the blue and yellow Batman, and they got the black and white Batman. And it follows the series from number 25 to number 36. So we got the later one in the series, which is the Riddler. The first one would be the Adam West Batman, which is number 25. Still, it says Series 1, so I'm taking that as a good sign. And I am going to set this guy down right here because that's pretty cool. It's a Riddler Dorb. We are big on Batman in this house. We're big on DC. We're also big on Marvel, but the little one, he's Batman. The older one is Superman. And for any of you guys that have kids that know that rivalry, it is not a pretty picture sometimes. And sometimes you got to grab one by the collar of his shirt and the other by the collar of his shirt just to shut them up as far as who's better, who would win the fight, and who already won. Because we all know that at one point Batman does defeat the son of Krypton. Still, to me, it's a beautiful thing. So, if slapping each other sometimes brings out the best in us, well then, touche, my friends. Okay, the next thing out of this box, these are called Kawaii Cubes. We're not big on kawaii cubes. I don't know if this is really that big a thing. I think I've seen these around, but this one's pretty wet. I love, like we said, this house is a big on DC, and obviously the Suicide Squad is one of those things that are a part of the DC franchise that have recently made it big. And I know it's a little late because the movie did come out a few years ago, but that's Diablo. I mean, he was a badass character in the movie. Plus, I mean, the guy was a straight out East LA Holmes. I mean, I don't know. Call him, what, Southwest Chicano? Because the guy could have been from Texas for all we know. Mexican with tattoos. That you find that everywhere around here, including me. Not so much, but close enough. Still, I thought he was a badass character. I mean, I'm not big on portraying a lot of Mexican American people as, you know, criminals, thugs, and villains, but when you're able to do it in superhero fashion, I'm all for it. And he's one of those characters that I actually do like. I would say him and Machete are two of those characters that I kind of do like as far as the way they are portrayed, because Lord knows we're a little low on the food chain. Not as far as the people, because that's not my mentality at all. I was raised American. You look at me and you see a Mexican American who has a bald head, tattoos, and a goatee. But truth be told, I was raised American. I was sent to a private school when I was a kid. All my teachers, but one, was Latino. All the rest of them were 60, 50, and somewhere around that age range. Irish, white, nuns, and priests. So that's who were literally the kind of people that raised me. And since I was a kid, I was big on pop culture and everything American. I mean, at one point, I even wanted to join the military, so and go to college. That's just how I was raised. But being from LA, you can't escape just being who you are. And sometimes that includes looking the part. Sometimes that includes putting on tattoos. I don't see myself as any different than anybody else as far as that goes. I see myself like any other Mexican American with tattoos, or I see myself as any American that has tattoos, or I see myself as any Chinese person that feels like that's just who they are. So I'm not really big on, you know, going one way or the other with these characters. I love them all because they pretty much are badass. That's pretty much what counts in my book. So anyway, that being said, rambling on enough about some bullishit. I'm going to get to the pin, which happens to be on top of something else that's in there, which I don't want to say yet, because this Geekbox pin. Geekboxes have pins just like the Loot Crate pins. I don't know how collectible these guys are, because like I said, I'm fairly new to the Geekbox. But I was looking into subscription boxes, and I found, like I said, a promo code, so I decided to try it out. And so far, so good. I mean, that's a pretty good deal what I got going, because there's still more. And so far, I mean, I know these doors right here sometimes range from, I would say, $10 to maybe about $15, $20. And the box cost me $14 total with the shipping. So I mean, if you could get a subscription like that, it's only a $3 discount that I got. But that's a deal if you ask me, because there is still one more thing in here. This is just the Geekbox, the monthly. It's Nosferatu design, which is pretty cool. It's a Nosferatu design Wonder Woman with a sword, and she's facing a tank. She's got a lasso in her hand. It's showing the backside of her, and she's like going to war, which is pretty cool. This came in basically to tell you what's in a Geekbox. It doesn't explain what's actually inside this Geekbox, but it gives you a reference to what they do every month with the subscription. So that was on top of this, but there's still that one more. And this thing is probably aside from the Dorb, one of the main things. And it is pretty cool. This is actually a Superman apron. And I am not going to open this, but it is a Superman apron. I don't know if it would fit me, being a size men's medium, but it doesn't say the size, so I'm guessing it's one of those one size fits everyone thing. The design is pretty cool. It actually has Superman, the logo, and a bunch of flashy stars and stripes. But it's pretty wet. If you ask me, it's pretty wet. I'm not really big on opening stuff, especially since I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. But it's pretty sick looking Superman apron. The material looks good. Everything looks nice on it. I just think this was a pretty good box. I mean, the value on this has got to be more than worth it, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 items minus the actual card. So 6 items is what we got. So again, the Mygeekbox for November. I don't know how many of you guys are interested in the Geekbox, but for November, we got the Superman apron. That's one. We got a Batman Series 1 Dorbs Riddler, which is pretty cool. I'll show you the backside too. I like these Dorbs because on the Funkos, you can't really tell. You can't look at them from the back and see what it actually is going to look like. But on these, you get almost a 360 degree view of the entire doll, which I think is a pretty cool packaging effect that Dorbs has really thought up of, because sometimes you don't see the backside, and then when you take them out, it kind of looks a little different than what you thought it would look. So I think that's a good little cool little feature right there. The pin, which is, I believe, a limited edition Mygeekbox pin. I don't know what that's a reference to. It's like a skull and crossbones, but it's a pair of glasses, which is like nerd crossbones. That's pretty cool. If it's just the Geekbox logo, well then I apologize to Geekbox for not knowing that. But that's pretty wet. It's a nerd skull and crossbones, like nerd pirates, huh? Then again, we got the Hawkins t-shirt, which I'm gonna go hang up because I'm sure my boys are gonna wear that. Got the Diablo Mini Kawaii, El Diablo Suicide Squad. Collect them all. It's a series of 6. I might get these, but I'm not big on plush. And this is a squeezable plush beanbag toy. It's heavy on the bottom, so it just sits up. I believe we have one just like that, but it is a huge Batman version of that. It's the Adam West Batman. And look, it is a Kawaii Cube. I was right. It is DC Comics logoed. So we got the Kawaii Cube Batman. And then we got the Kawaii Cube El Diablo, who are gonna duke it out. That's pretty sick, right? And obviously the Nuketown poster, Population Zero. That is a sick reference to Call of Duty, and I'm 100% sure, almost 100% sure, that that's what the reference is to. because I do know that at one point I've seen that face of the Nuketown guy in the video game. So that was a pretty wet. That was a pretty wet Geekbox, man. That to me was worth what I spent, and that might keep me with the Geekbox subscriptions. Again, if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to drop your like, comment, and share. Please ring that notification bell. We appreciate all of your support as far as our videos go. We hope you continue to support Who Will Win. We will continue to make as many different kinds of videos as we can. We want to kind of get into the gaming bit, but I'm not sure if I have enough at the moment for the technology to be able to do all that, but we're going to work with what we have for now. Still, feel free to continue watching our videos. We love to do this as many times as we can with our free time, and we hope you will enjoy it as much as we do making it. Thanks for the support, and you guys have a Merry Christmas.